Let's talk about PTSD and anxiety. Let's talk about what it's really like. Let's talk about the struggle you really go through. If you watched my video about a month ago on PTSD from a first responder's point of view, maybe it was 2 months ago when I first started this channel, I disclosed some of my information. I put it out there, let you see what it's like from a first responder's point of view. Maybe it's, if you're a first responder, maybe you can relate to it. I hope you can, so you don't feel alone or isolated. I'm not a police officer, and I wasn't in the military, so I don't know how that is. But in the fire department, you have a brotherhood, and there's certain information that you disclose to your brothers, your sisters, and in that brotherhood, you trust in those people. But there's always, or there's sometimes things that you don't want to talk about, and those things can weigh on you. And there's behavior that built up in myself that I saw that I didn't recognize at first. And I hope that this video finds its way to somebody before they get in that situation, before they feel that they're in a unique situation that nobody understands. You can have post-traumatic stress real easy. You have a traumatic event, and after that traumatic event, after it, you then have stress, post-traumatic stress. So if you've been diagnosed with PTSD, or if you haven't, and you think that you may have it, but you've been ignoring going to see a counselor, to talk to your doctor to get a referral to one, or just go to one, maybe it's time that you take that time. Looking at this situation, you know, I started this channel, my wife and I, we went on this trip in the RV to try to better our lives, to work through some anxiety that we have, PTSD that I've been dealing with. And the anxiety and PTSD, it's a little bit put on the back burners when we're talking about places that we travel and not talking about what it's like being in the RV. So I want to just take a minute and tell you a little bit about, you know, what is it really like traveling with it. Well, first of all, if you got PTSD, if you got anxiety, bouts of depression, that kind of stuff will leave you having all kinds of symptoms. I mean, breaking out in sweats, irregular heartbeat, palpitations, nightmares, being overwhelmed, being on high alert, thinking that there's a bad situation that's going to come out of the good places that you're in, dangers, like little kids swimming at the swimming area. You think, well, where's the parents? Who's watching them? Is that going to be another drowning? You know, everything, you're driving down the road, and everybody is a potential threat that's going to be coming out of another accident. Somebody does something that's too reckless and could have caused an accident, then anger can come out extreme, because you want to stop that person from ever having the ability to ever inflict an accident on somebody else. You know, you're just always on guard. You know, and meanwhile you're saying, no, I'm fine, everything's good. Well, the thing is that you got to admit that, no, I'm not good. I'm stressed here. I'm struggling. This RV is, I set out blackout curtains. A lot of people do blackout curtains. Well, I didn't put them just in the bedroom, because it's got a curtain also around the bed, so you can block out that whole room. Well, by the time I put the one in the ceiling and a blackout curtain on the bedroom window, you can block out the bedroom. Well, outside the bedroom area, I blocked out the other windows too, because there's times I need the solitude of just getting away. Put an old comedy on, have some healthy food to eat, but also there's times that I don't want the healthy food, that I just want some comfort food. So put some ice cream in the freezer, some Doritos and stuff to the side, but also have some baked chicken pretty much always in the refrigerator, cooked in a Tupperware with some fruit and vegetables. So however I'm feeling, I can just have whatever comfort food is at that time. Go for a walk, come back, eat something healthy, watch a funny movie in a blocked out, isolated, solitude type area. You know, and I've been posting these videos trying to share these different places that you could potentially go in your RV. But what I haven't been recording is the times, like yesterday, where the anxiety is really high, and I just need the downtime and just get away. It starts being stress between Sammy and I. So the one person that I am confiding a lot of my stress into, I then become very short-tempered and irritable. So I've got to pretty much just stop talking. And Sammy's got stress of her own that she's deals with. So, which is great, because then we can both understand what it's like to carry that old stress. But at the same time, if you're in a relationship with somebody like that, it can become volatile. So you got to know when to step back, and you both have to know when to step back. So the part that you don't see, I want you to know, it's not all peaches and cream, as they say. I have, and if you are struggling with PTSD, and if you're like myself, where it's a multitude of traumas, complex PTSD from childhood all the way through now, you need time to process that. And for me, it's taken a long time. And I say a long time from the time I admitted that, okay, yeah, it is PTSD, about 5 years ago. Few counselors, and realized that the anxiety can be extreme. So anger can fluctuate, brain runs nonstop, breaking out in sweats, palpitations, just, we got a leaf blower blowing over here now, so at this campground. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I just want to let you know that there's times that the stress gets high, and even as you're trying to grow, and even as you think, okay, I'm disclosing information, I'm educating myself, I'm trying to do things that are better, I'm meditating, I'm working out, I'm going for walks, I'm getting toxic people out of my life, I'm improving as a person. The thing is that doesn't happen overnight. And if you're trying to do something really cool, I don't know if you can hear me with this leaf blower over there going, but if you're trying to do something really cool and really get out and get in, like we did, sold one of our vehicles and replaced it with a small RV, it still takes time. And the more I'm out here, the more I appreciate and see these amazing things in the world. Go up to Boston and Acadia National Park and fishing out in Lake Michigan, catching a shark down here in the Florida Keys. It's just, there's some amazing things. Seeing the Wright brothers, where a couple of bicycle guys who created an airplane flying in the middle of nowhere with no safety, no helmets, no gear, not knowing anything about airplanes, and designing one and flying it when they could have crashed and killed themselves. I mean, you get a real appreciation of this awesome world that we've got. And if you're like me, you haven't experienced you haven't had all the experiences you could have, because you've isolated yourself from people. I'm trying to work through becoming a better person. I'm trying to share that experience so you know that you're not alone. If you feel and nobody understands you and you got something stressful, post a comment here. You don't want anybody to know who you are? Start a new email on a YouTube account so nobody recognizes, if they trace back to you, because if you're, if you are paranoid, and paranoia comes with anxiety and PTSD and all that, and you think, well, what if somebody traces something back? Well, create a ghost email account and get on the YouTube account and post your experience below this video. I'll read it. People read it. You got to get that stuff out there. Take some time for yourself to isolate. Not isolate for a long period of time, but experience some solitude. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I just want you to see that as I post these videos, I do want to share some of the RV travel. So if you want to go to these campgrounds and get out, because I think camping is a great, whether you have a small RV or a tent, camping is a great way to kind of refine yourself and get out and experience some more of our country, and in a way that's not high pressure. But even though when you get to that, there's still stress along the way. Being out of town, being out of your element, being away. Even when I tried to create our home inside of this home, brought some things from home, some comfortable things. I've got a couple of ropes in there that I've had since rookie school. And when I had those ropes back in rookie school, I used to walk around and just practice tying knots with them. And they were on my mantle at home for years. And now that times that I've been stressed, I'll get those ropes out and practice some knots. And I've got those ropes inside. You know, find something that brings you some kind of peace. And if you're traveling, bring that with you and come back. You know, that's one of my best friends, Al, would say, have no expectations, you know, of when you're out traveling, when you're going to experience something. You know, live in the moment. You know, it can be let down if you didn't have an expectation, because you're just going out and to live for that day, live in the moment, live in what's around you at that time. Don't be, you know, because it's about not looking at your phone and not feeling overwhelmed. And as you feel comfortable, disclose that information out there that's weighing down on you, and develop new things, because as they say, the strongest people are trained in severe schools. Those traumas you've had in your life can do nothing except tear you down and make you a victim, or let you become the warrior that you are and become a stronger person. So God bless you. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to see some more of our RV travels and discussion on PTSD and anxiety.